Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucette. Today I'm going to go ahead and do a neutral makeup. So let's get started. Now let's go ahead and start with an ABM spray. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply and spray it on my face. Just to keep my skin hydrated. Okay. Next part, we'll go ahead and do some moisturizer. I'm going to use the Lancome Energy Lift Multi-Action Ultra Sunscreen in SPF 30. So all I'm going to do is just apply a little bit on my finger and apply it on my skin and gently rub. Apply it on my neck. Alright, next part we'll go ahead and use an eye cream, and this one is Absolute Premium BX in SPF 15 sunscreen. So all I'm going to do is just apply a little bit on my eye area, like so, and a little bit on my upper lid. Alright, I want to use 2 fingers. Alright, now I'm going to use the ring finger, and I'm just going to do a circular motion just till it dries a little bit. Alright, now next part I'm going to go ahead and use a lip balm, and this is Pinkfish Tinted Lip Conditioner in SPF 15. I'm just going to apply a little bit on my finger and put it on my lips. Alright, next part I'm going to go ahead and use a concealer, and I'm going to use the NC35 Studio Finish Concealer. And I'm just going to apply it on my under, right here, right here, my nose. Now let's just go ahead and rub it gently, very gentle around the eye area. Same thing on the other side. All right, now next part we'll go ahead and do the foundation. And the foundation I'm going to use today is Studio Fix Fluid in SPF 15. So all you're going to do is apply 1 pump on your skin and evenly put it on your skin. neck. Alright. Now I went and go ahead and wash my hands. So now we're going to go ahead and use a powder. And the powder I'm going to use is Nancy 40 Studio Fix. I'm going to go ahead and use a brush, a powder brush. Apply it on the forehead first. And around the neck. So all you're going to do is do a circle motion. Around the eye area, pat it, pat it. Alright. Now the next part, we're going to go ahead and use a bronzing powder. I'm going to go ahead and do Flawless Glow Face Bronzer in Glow 3. And this by Bare Bronze. And all I'm going to do is right here, apply the highlight area around this side here. Same thing on the other side. Put the highlight. A little bit more. You can always apply a little bit more if you need it. Okay. Now the forehead, which is around here, and on the nose. A little bit on the chin. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the bronzing for contour. Right on the bottom of the highlight. Just a little bit more. Same thing on the other side. Right here. A little bit more. And we're going to do the forehead over here. On top, to the side, top, to the side. Same thing on the other side. Just going to move my hair a little bit. Side, top, to the side. A little bit more. Top, to the side. Top, to the side. Okay. Next part. Go ahead and do the jawline. Just right here. I'll do the same thing on the other side. And on the neck area. All right. The next part, we'll go ahead and use a blush. And I'm going to use the Tippy Beauty Powder Blush. It's the color. And all you're going to do is just apply a little bit. And you can always add more in the brush if you want. But I always add a little bit. So you're going to start right here. Apply it first. And do a circular motion. Do the same thing on the other side. Apply it first. And do a circular motion. All right, just a little bit more. That's why it's very important to always look at the mirror. Make sure it's not too dark. All right. Now the next part, we're gonna go ahead and do an eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and do the eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the Lancome eyeshadow quad palette in Sultry Sky. And these are the colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this color first. And this is the second color, which is in the middle. I'm gonna put that in the middle. And this dark one, I'm gonna go ahead and use it around the crease area. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a shader brush. I'm gonna use this brush right here. It's a shader brush, it's a packing brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that light color. On the inner corners. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and use a paint pot called Rubenesque and apply it on my lid. Just like that. Same thing on the other side. Pat it on the lid. The best tool are your fingers. All right, next part, we're gonna go ahead and pat that lighter color of the eyeshadow and put it in the inner corners of your lid, which is right here. Do the same thing on the other side. A little bit more. Pat it. Pat it. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the second color, which is this bronze part right here. And I'm going to put that right in the middle of the lid. Which is right here. So there's going to be actually 3 colors that we're going to be using on the bottom lid. Same thing on the other side. Right in the middle of the lid. All right, now the third color that I'm going to use is this dark color right here. It's a darker brown. And I'm going to put it right on the end of my lid. And all you're going to do is just pat a little bit, and you don't need much. You don't want any fallout. So just pat it on there. Same thing on the other side. Pat it. Right to the end of the lid. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do a blending brush eyeshadow. And I'm going to use this color called Lose Control. It's a Silky eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and put it right on my crease. And this is the color. Okay, so just apply it around the crease and blending at the same time. Same thing on the other side, around the crease. Okay, do a little bit more around the crease. Same thing on the crease. All right, just like so. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the rest of that powder. Just grab a towel or a tissue and just rub the rest of that eyeshadow off your brush. So all you're gonna do, just use your blending brush and go ahead and blend. Same thing on the other side, blend. Very important to blend. You want it to look balanced. All right. Now, the next part, we're gonna go ahead and use an eyeliner. Now, the eyeliner that I'm gonna use today is Tattoo Studio by Maybelline New York. And this is in Black 001. So what I'm gonna do is actually do the liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a tail right here at the end, and then I work my way in. Okay, then I'm just gonna work my way in. the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and do it like this. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Do a tail. And I work my way in. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the liner underneath my eyelid. Okay? So I'm going to go in the inner corners of my eyelid inside just by the eyeline. Just like so. The same thing on the other side, just on the inner corners of your eyelid. Just like so. All right. Next part, we're going to go ahead and use a mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Lash Paradise. And just apply a little bit. Just to blend all that eyeliner on there. Now we're going to go ahead and use a brow definer. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and use my brow liner. So I'm going to use Define a Brow Medium Brown by Maybelline New York. So I'm going to go ahead and start in the inner corner and way out. Start in the corner and way out. So I'm going to start on the bottom line of my eyebrow. And I go ahead and do a little darker on this ends. Same thing on the other side. Start on the front and on the ends. Okay. So I started on the bottom line, and then now I'm going to go ahead and do the top part. Just like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the top part. Now, of course, the front area will be lighter than the ends. So we'll go ahead and do that just to make sure that you're right on the spot there. Okay, so let's go ahead and shade it in. Start in the corner here and to the ends darker. Same thing on the other side. Start in the corner here and to the ends, just like so. Now what we're going to do now is go ahead and use a spoolie just to blend all of that. So we're going to go ahead and use the spoolie and just blend, blend, blend. We're blending. Okay, same thing on the other side. All right, just like so. Now what I'm going to use now is do a concealer and just to actually make it look more defined, I'm going to use some concealer around the ends of my brows here. All you need is a little bit on the brush, and I'm using an angle brush, which is like this. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and apply it right on the bottom line of my eyebrows, just to give you that nice defined eyebrow, give you a precise eyebrow. Same thing on the other side. Do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing on the top part. All right, same thing on the other side. And just right here, just to blend it all in. Same thing, right in the middle here. Blend everything in. All right. Now next part, we're going to go ahead and use the Great Lash Maybelline New York. And this is clear, transparent. And I use it for my brows just to blend all that eyebrow color. So what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit in the front here and lighter on the ends. Same thing on the other side, just to blend the brow powder. Just a little bit on the end, the front area, and then a little bit on the ends. Okay, just gonna let that dry a little bit. All right, just like so. All right, the next part, we're gonna go ahead and use an eyeliner called Smolder Kohl. And then I'm gonna go ahead and apply it around the ends of my eyelid. So the inner corner of my eyelid. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over that with the Tattoo Studio liquid eyeliner. and put it on the bottom lid. It's gonna be all the way in the corner here. Like so. Alright, now that we've finished with the eyeliner, we'll go ahead and use on eyelashes. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Ardell Natural Eyelashes. It's this one right here. And this is the name. So all I'm going to do is just grab one of the lashes and I'm going to cut the ends off. Cut a little bit of it off. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply it, the Duo Lash Glue around the band area. Just right on the strip. Just squeeze a little bit. Okay. And actually let it dry for 30 seconds till it gets a little bit sticky. Okay. So we'll go ahead and let it dry first. So while I wait for that glue to dry a little bit to get sticky on that eyelashes, I'm going to go ahead and use Dior eyelash curler. So I'm just going to put it on my eye here. Okay, and do the same thing on the other side. All right. Now while I wait for that glue, I'm going to go ahead and just wipe a little bit around my eyes. Remove any eyeliner that goes in your eyes.